In news just coming in, terrorists have struck in the valley yet again. The body of an army Jawan, Irfan Ahmed, has been recovered from Shopian this morning. According to police, the body has bullet marks on it. According to sources, the army Jawan's body was found in Shopian village after he was kidnapped by suspected terrorists on Friday. The army Jawan was reportedly posted in Gurez sector. Remember, only in the month of May, army officer Umair Fayaz was killed by suspected Hizbul terrorists after he was abducted by terrorists barely a kilometer away from an army post in Shopian. Ashraf Wani joins me live. Ashraf, this is a very worrying situation because we've seen concerted attacks on the army by terrorists in the recent past.
Very much shocking and concerning. Basically, with the both incidents, what you mentioned, the incident of Umar Fayaz, he was unarmed, and today this army Jawan who had just come for the leave from Gurez to Shopian district to his native village, he was abducted late last night without any clue to the security agencies. Then his dead body was recovered today morning in the village near Shopian and Pulwama in Hal village, which is a small village. Even the locals informed the police that a dead body is laying. When it was identified later, it was identified as soldier Irfan, who was working with the territorial army and was deployed in the Gurez sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Just a few days back, he had returned to his native village, and he was brutally murdered in the night by the armed militants. But so far, the big question what here is that after the murder of Lieutenant Umar Fayaz, there were so many precautionary measures and some kind of guidelines issued by the security forces, even by the police. But despite that, this brutal murder took place in the South Kashmir is somehow shocking, and government as well as the security agencies have to respond and reply to it.
Also, Ashraf, the modus operandi used by these terrorists seems to be very similar in a lot of cases, because what they try to do is nab the soldier while he's at home, at his residence, or in areas where, you know, the security wouldn't be very tight, and then take them away, kidnap them, and then eventually go ahead and kill them.
Absolutely, and there is a large number of Kashmiri youth who are part of Indian Army and other security agencies in the country. There are shocking alarms among the families as well as among those youths who are part of the Indian Army and the security agencies, that despite so many incidents, one of Umar Fayaz in Shopian in May, then another incident of another BSF soldier in the Bandipora last month, and now today, despite all these attacks on these unarmed soldiers and security men, what the government is doing, what the security agencies are doing, these questions are concerning somehow. And also the modus operandi, basically the militants target only those personnel where they feel they can succeed, and is the softest way to attack an unarmed soldier, then kill him. But being the part of society, being linked in these villages, there are some kinds of hardships with those soldiers also, whether they should inform police, whether they should inform other people. But it seems that there is some kind of intelligence inputs as well as the information flow, as it is with security forces, it is with the militant agencies, where they come to know who is coming to his home, and they are planning these kind of attacks on these.
Ashraf, do stay with me. We have Commodore Bhaskar also joining me on the phone line. Good afternoon, Commodore. Very worrying news trickling in yet again. This time there is an army Jawan who's been killed after being kidnapped from an area in Shopian village. This seems to be a pattern now, Commodore, a very worrying pattern by the terrorists, because these are concerted attacks, very well planned out against army Jawans.
Yeah, it is cause for concern, definitely, and as I think your panelist has just pointed out, this is part of the changing pattern when we look at this proxy war, which has now entered almost its third decade as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. And over the last year, we have seen this, where not only are they looking at quote-unquote soft targets, but even among the soft targets now, it appears that they are identifying those individuals who have a direct linkage with the security establishment, whether it's the Indian Army or central police forces, or those who are deemed to be working for and with the security forces. And this is where I think the vulnerability that automatically enters the interaction between the individuals who belong, say, to one particular part of the region, whether it's a village or whether it's a small town. And that's where I think information at the personal level is, again, misused, and these people are targeted. So I think there would have to be a effective strategy.
Yes, but because Commodore, they will remain vulnerable through and through because of the number of these local Kashmiris also that are part of the army in Jammu and Kashmir. They seem to be vulnerable to a strategic way of countering this new modus operandi by the terrorists is next.
It is true. I think both the individual and the families have in the past been identified, and certain veiled threats have been issued. But I think this is all the more reason why I think there has to be an effective counter response. It would have to be, I think, well thought out, and it would also call for a lot of patience, because it's a bit like saying that you cannot possibly consider a situation where people who are directly part of the security forces or differently affiliated with them, that they cannot go back to their homes or wherever they belong. And I think the challenge is really to react and prevent these forces from targeting them, which really means much better levels of intelligence and counterintelligence, and also that the system should be able to provide local security where it is required or warranted.
All right, Commodore. Thanks for joining us this afternoon with your perspective. That's Worry News coming in from Jammu and Kashmir. We also have Ashraf Wani still with us. Ashraf, any terror groups come ahead and claim responsibility for this murder of an army soldier?
We have seen so far not any militant group has claimed the responsibility for this particular attack on an army soldier. But as far as we have seen in last 3 incidents too, even in the incident of Lieutenant Umar Fayaz, no group claimed responsibility. Then it was the investigation of security agencies. We said that it was a handiwork of a local Hizbul module. And same way in the killing of the BSF men in Bandipora, no group claimed responsibility for that attack. But then army said that it was the handiwork of the Lashkar-e-Taiba. And in today's this murder, even the security agencies are putting the finger towards the local module of Lashkar and Hizbul Mujahideen, but it is not yet clear which group has carried out this attack on a soldier in Shopian.
All right, Ashraf, we'll keep coming back to you for more, especially reactions from the valley on this very disturbing and unfortunate news that's come out from Jammu and Kashmir.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.